one do I plug my headphone into?
You need the cord.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to remind you that the group who is single-handedly changing the wrestling world on Tuesday nights totals 5 people. The show hailing from Long Island, New York. Welcome to the Royal Roundtable. Roundtable.
All right, Sant.
Shut up, Damien. Tonight on our podcast, as usual, we have the Raw review, our yes-no moments of the week, and two pipe bomb debates. And since it is the week of one of the most hardcore pay-per-views of the year, we give you our predictions for Extreme Rules. I'm Anthony Santinello, joined alongside me by Anthony Notarelli, new guy to the show, Brandon Zachman, Jesse Levy, and our engineer for the evening, Damian Friorello.
Yes, botch my name.
I didn't botch your name.
I know.
All right, so we have to do our rookie hazing as we do every week when we have a new host. So, Brandon, give me your favorite match, favorite superstar, and how long you've been watching wrestling.
I started watching wrestling when I was 3 years old. I don't even remember when I started. I just remember every Sunday night sitting next to the TV with a nice big thing of rice. My favorite wrestler, 02 to 04 Brock Lesnar.
God.
02 to 04 Brock Lesnar.
Yuck.
Hey, man, he changed my life.
You're off the show.
And my favorite match, Brock Angle, not Mania, Iron Man match on SmackDown.
Okay, that's fair. So, what do we really think we have to do? What does WD have to do to bring back more viewers?
We're getting right into questions.
Right into that shit.
You don't even want to talk about the Brock Lesnar.
Don't even introduce me a little bit.
I did it. You're like the fucking
kidding.
vet on this show.
Well, me and you, hold that down. Every show so far, me and you.
Luke's just skipped out on us tonight.
Luke skipped
Yeah.
out, but
Gotta study.
he'll listen. He'll
Get a little face turn.
Like
Nonetheless,
school's
Wrestling over school.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, you asked a question off the bat. What does WWE have to change? And I mean, I think it's a pretty unanimous. I mean, clearly the booking of the cards and the superstars, I think, is definitely the number one thing. I mean, you look today, and I'm going to definitely rant on it later, but having the Shield be pinned is just awful booking for what you were booking the Shield toward. Having guys like Ryback lose at WrestleMania and then get a title shot, it's just stuff like that. Not booking Cesaro, not having Rhodes on an important match, stuff like that. It's just the booking is horrendous.
For me, it's simple. They just need to get rid of the PG. Why did WWE draw viewers back in the day? Because people wanted to see people busted open. They want to see chair shots to the head, tables breaking. They wanted to see all that. That's what drew viewers. Now, when it's all this cheesy, corny stuff, and especially for older fans like us, it definitely just makes us cringe every time we watch.
I feel like the little things, just like Triple H at the end of Raw this week, just because he said the word bitch once, it's stuff like that. It's the little things you remember. Oh, wow. Yeah, they used to say that, 6 years ago before they began the PG era. And you just look at that stuff, he's like, that's what made Raw awesome. Because they would start off the show, Kevin Nash would come out, oh, you son of a bitch, and then you go into a match. But if you get one bitch word a month, you're
Give a
lucky.
little gasp.
Yeah, and the thing I disagree with sometimes is that I don't think you necessarily need vulgarity and tables breaking your blood, because you look at the 80s and early 90s and it was definitely PG. You had guys like Hulk Hogan running around. It was almost like a superhero era, but it was still gritty and still edgy and still interesting. You look at a character like Macho Man with the whole Elizabeth stuff. He was kind of aggressive toward a woman in what he did. He was still an interesting character. Definitely not a PG character, but the show was still PG. So I don't necessarily think you have to return to the Attitude Era, but I just think the way it is now hurts.
I just don't understand, because like they flirt with the whole PG thing a lot. Like there's times where they kind of throw it out the window with like a lot with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
They kind of just throw it out the window. And then on the first Raw after they went PG, they had Randy Orton kick a old man in the head, Ric Flair, and they had him handcuff a woman to the turnbuckle. Like how can you do that and claim you're PG, but then certain things just don't get accepted? I don't know. I don't understand.
It's tough because the guy leading the PG era is John Cena, and I think that's where it kind of hurts, because Hogan clearly was PG, but I don't think I think John Cena is the way he is because they're PG. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think I don't know. I think if it wasn't a PG era, I don't think he could be over.
I agree 100%. Damien, you're
What?
such a face in this business, and we don't like it anymore.
Wow.
Suck.
All right, well, now, as we introduced last week, guys, this is certainly going to begin to be one of the staples on the show, and who better to give us some nostalgia than the wrestling historian himself, Anthony Notarilli.
On this day in wrestling history, Tuesday, May 14th, 1995, the first ever WWF In Your House pay-per-view was held. That's big because out of the big four, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, those are the four, and this introduced a whole wave of change in the WWF. Now what is the WWE? With the pay-per-view like Extreme Rules coming up, we can all thank In Your House for being the first non-Big Four pay-per-view to get big. Couple of big matches, Bret Hart wrestling twice, once versing Hakushi, then again against Jerry Lawler in what was a Kiss My Foot match. The main event of that match was the WWF Championship. Diesel defeated Psycho Sid, who had Ted DiBiase in his corner via disqualification. So, In Your House pay-per-view. That's a little bit of a throwback there.
I like the In Your House.
I mean, it was the first one ever in what became almost a saga in the mid to kind of late 90s, from like 95 to 97, 98. It was good to get guys over, and it was a nice little change because now it wasn't just a pay-per-view every 3 months. You kind of had a bunch of In Your Houses once every maybe 2 months.
Now, just on a quick side note, I'm not trying to steal the wrestling historian spotlight, but one thing I did notice, I kind of smiled about because it pumped me up, was how also a year ago from today, it was Dean Ambrose versus Zack Ryder in a dark match. Fast forward a year later, the guy's got a title shot this coming Sunday, which I love, and look where the guy is now, and it pumps me up to the sky.
Not only, his debut match, right? A debut for Dean Ambrose, I believe we read.
Yeah.
Which is huge. I mean, look, like
Against
you said,
Zack Ryder, and look, Zack Ryder still doing
roles
dark
have-
matches to these days.
the roles have reversed, if anything. If Zack Ryder, he's pretty much been stuck.
So
in the
that
same
just shows
spot.
how special this kid is.
Wait, so that's the only thing that happened on this day?
That's the main thing we're going to focus
That's the main.
on.
There's a yeah.
All right.
Stuff, wrestling.
Come on,
Come on.
Gotta
Damien.
time it out,
Well,
Damien.
I'm still playing the bed in the background, expecting
Damon, you
some
would
more.
think that after last show,
rest-
you have like a Red Bull or some shit going on.
See,
You wake up.
napping.
Napping.
the wrestler historian.
Until
I'm
Kalen
thinking
Hadangle comes in.
like 5, 6 different stories.
All right. Calm
right.
down.
All right.
So let's jump into the Raw review. We got to shorten it up this week because we got our predictions coming up later.
Yeah.
So we open the show. Jerry the King Lawler's in the ring, telling the WWE universe that Chris Jericho and Fandango are now having a match at Extreme Rules, which is good. But first, as has been the case for the past few weeks, there's got to be a dance battle on Raw.
Of course.
So Fandango begins his dance, and then Summer Rae twists her ankle, quote unquote, and is attended to by Jericho and his partner, one of the professionals on Dancing with the Stars, Edita Slawinska. In comes Fandango, who attacks Jericho from behind with a big foot to the head, followed by some punches. Then Fandango throws Jericho outside the ring, throws him into the steel steps and shoulder first into the barricade, takes a piece of the wooden dance floor from the ring and knocks Jericho out with it. And then we find out Summer Rae was faking the whole time. Now, I know, Anthony, you
Awesome.
loved the Summer
Awesome.
Rae faking it part. You loved her turning heel. I know you love everyone
Staying
turning
here.
heel.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was cool. If I think it would have just. I mean, I called it before when she was down that I'm pretty sure she was just faking it, but I think it was a cool way to add to the story, maybe make it a little different, because the dance off is going to be a boring way to start off the Raw. But when you start off with a nice little bang like that, Summer Rae while some divas are boring, I think she is kind of not necessarily in the ring, but I think she's kind of entertaining outside the ring. But as a heel, as Fandango's kind of dancer, valet, whatever you want to call her, and I think that's what's cool. Him having a valet like that, faking injury, it's cool for the feud.
Anyone else got any input? No? No?
Nobody
Okay.
cares about Fandango.
No, all I care is that it was
You really-
convenient that a piece of the wooden floor in the ring would just break off. And
Well, I mean, I'm sure they didn't just take
No,
the whole
he pulled it off.
floor
He pulled it off.
Well, you
pulled it off.
You pretty much said it all, but obviously
I didn't watch it. So.
Julian, a big Fandango guy. Not
Obviously,
here with us today.
the fact that he took the wood panel off, and I think he hit him in the face with it.
Did.
It was,
Which
it was cool.
that was awesome. That's really all to have, and upcoming that would be my yes for definitely.
There you go. Spoiler
Not because
alert.
of that,
Spoiler
but just for the fact that they didn't have the dance off and the whole faking the injury thing. It's like playing possum, so to speak, and you didn't even expect it. So that was awesome for me. I like that a lot. They didn't have the dance off.
Is Jericho? I know this is quick on the predictions, but do you feel like this is just one of those? They're going to set the heel. They're going to make the heel look strong before the pay-per-view, and then Jericho actually gets a pay-per-view win.
I hope so.
I seriously feel like he hasn't won since he came back in 2008.
I hope Jericho
fair
wins
guess.
because it would even out the series, so to speak, and maybe they'll have one more match.
Jericho. I was at the WrestleMania where he beat Edge, which hurt, but he beat Edge. Then.
I think that's
he
pure
beat,
speculation.
He beat Michaels a lot. He beat Michaels a lot in that great feud that they had.
That's true.
All right, so then after that, the really pointless match of the night because you knew the outcome before you even went in. Ryback versus Zack Ryder.
Next,
Speaking of-
please.
what happens in this one? I wonder.
Does
All
Zack
right.
Ryder
Yeah, I
get an
wonder.
entrance?
And
He didn't.
And
Did
if you
not get
thought
an
that
entrance.
and if you thought that last week's squash match was an obvious, like this is just like
This is like the worst.
What are they
this might be the worst one I've
thinking?
ever seen.
Like, first of all,
except for
why
like
would
maybe
you
when
put,
Khali
you
debuted.
put
when they
like,
put,
what's
like,
the point of putting
Dean in the
Ryback?
ring against them?
Ryback has the last man standing match for the main title in this company, and they're gonna waste him to come out for a squash
I don't think
match
they're
with
really.
Ryder.
The cool thing is, I don't think they're building the Ryback Cena feud as the number one feud. I think the Shield and Team Hell No has kind of been the top. I guess the most interesting feud. I don't know about the top feud, but it's definitely I feel like not Cena Ryback. That's getting the most attention on the Raw. Even H Lesnar, I think that's getting much more time to build than the Ryback Cena stuff.
The thing I think they realize is like, oh, Ryback hasn't actually fought in a few weeks. Let's put him in a match against Zack Ryder right before the pay-per-view. Like,
Yeah.
It's just pointless.
And why Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins should be a tag team right now.
They should.
Well,
I
he
mean, you
keep
could
on-
use both people
It's true.
and, just have another tag team in the horrible division.
The horrible
Well, he
tag.
keeps on teasing that gimmick change, so it's gonna happen one of these days.
He needs to. He needs to.
And then
It
another,
will happen.
Speaking of the tag teams, another quick match came up next as the primetime players were finally getting some airtime on Raw. Took
Should
on
I?
what? All
Can
right,
I
what?
play it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Luke, a big fan.
Luke, the big fan. Primetime players. They took on Tons of Funk, or as they're called on this show, the Funkadelics by Anthony Notarilli.
Messed up one time and I don't write it down.
Tensai starts off by attacking Darren Young, who then tags in Titus O'Neil. He begins hitting Sweet Tea in the corner. Tensai then avoids a running clothesline and tags in Brodus Clay, who hits a big sheeplex and sends O'Neil into the corner. Clay connects on the running splash, but Young pokes Brodus in the neck with his comb, allowing O'Neil to get the roll up for the win.
I like that ending.
It's a strange one. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Primetime players won because
Yeah,
it just
they're-
makes them
they're
even
cool.
more garbage. Tons of funk.
Tons of Funk is all fun. I know Brandon,
Release both of them.
Brandon, I
Dude,
don't
think
think
you
there's
should.
anyone that dislikes Tons of Funk more than you.
No, absolutely not. I think it's a farce of the wrestling industry and just a joke.
It's bad. It's bad, man.
Tensai, they bring him back as like this big unstoppable guy, and then
Yeah.
they have him become
Team with
sweet.
Brodus
Just go back
Clay.
to A-Train.
I
Yeah,
think
seriously.
you say go back to TNA because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Go back to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't wanna
Or
see
go to
it anymore.
TNA because they love garbage like that.
Or just retire.
And then there's the whole Teddy Long comes out and explains that the Dolph Ziggler head injury from last week and SmackDown, he cannot compete at Extreme Rules, so they turn it from a triple threat World Heavyweight Championship match
Oh,
to a Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio #1 contenders match in an I Quit match.
Which is still good.
It's
yeah,
still
no,
a
it's,
good
it's not
match.
bad. It's
It's
just
still
like
good, even
it's
though it bummed
tough
me out
because
because I would love just to say predictions. Obviously, we all clean sweep Ziggler winning
Yeah.
last week,
Mhm.
but it does bum me out that he can't compete and can't defend his title. But the I Quit match is still an I Quit match. It's
Yeah,
still
no,
a big
I
time
mean,
match.
this really isn't WWE's fault. I mean, there could have been other stuff they could do with it. Like, in my personal opinion, I think it would have been cool to maybe keep the triple threat ladder match, make it a #1 contender, but instead replace Big E. So
That's
then
what I was thinking.
Maybe if he wins, you set up that long-awaited thing that they're teasing between Big E and Dolph, because you don't want to see Del Rio Dolph again, and you know Ziggler's not going to win because it's a DUI stuff. So if they threw
Right.
Big E in, I think that could have been cool.
One thing that they might do actually with Big E, now that you mentioned it, I just thought about it, is that Money in the Bank. That would be pretty cool if Big E wins the Money in the Bank. and then he's still cool with Ziggler, so you
Yep.
wonder if he's going to turn on him and try and cash it in on him.
That would be.
But
That'd be interesting.
what match were we talking about?
He's falling asleep. again.
Oh,
He fell
I
asleep.
like the
He had
I
a
quit
couple Red
match.
Bulls.
I hope Swagger wins,
He's not gonna.
He's not gonna.
but it's good that at least both of them have a submission finisher. Usually you
True.
see I quit matches
That's
and
true.
it favors
That's
one
true.
wrestler.
Good
True.
call, Damien.
Very good call.
Good call.
Maybe he's
man.
not sleeping after all.
That was a great call.
He's woke up,
But the
folks.
fact that Dolph Ziggler, the WWE's hottest superstar, just won the title, first title defense. It's not his fault. The guy. I don't think this is. I think we can all agree it's not part of story. WWE wouldn't do this, but I just think it stinks for the company and it stinks for him. Not to
Major
have that
bummer.
moment. I mean,
Major
he would have
bummer.
been the great part of that ladder match.
The
too.
guy's finally up there, and he can't even defend
Yeah,
his title at the next pay-per-view.
He stole the show on Twitter. I don't know if you
He
saw
did.
his
Yeah,
He
tweets.
did.
those are some. I mean, I would love to read some of those later on in the
I
day.
enjoyed those.
So then next, we got two guys that we really appreciate on this show: Kofi Kingston versus Damian Sandow.
I don't know if we appreciate Kofi.
I appreciate
I-
Kofi Kingston.
No
I
rapping
appreciate
this
him.
time.
I don't know where you got
I
that
appreciate
Kofi.
him.
You always
We
gotta
like Damian
appreciate the
Sandow.
silence.
Back and forth in the beginning before Sandow hits the elbow of disdain. Kofi retaliates with several flying clotheslines and follows him up with a boom drop. He goes for the Trouble in Paradise. Sandow rolls under it, hits a swinging neck breaker, tries to get a pin but gets a 2 count, and as we've seen many times, once Sandow got up, Kingston hits the Trouble in Paradise out of nowhere for the 3 count. Then it's announced that, and I know Noda really got fired up at this one, but your boy Dean Ambrose is now challenging Kofi for the U.S. title Sunday at Extreme Rules.
Now, do we get the show music or no? Because it's only Ambrose.
We can play like the third of
engineer Damien Fiorella. What are your
question.
thoughts? Yeah.
Of course you do. No question.
Yeah, I think that's huge that Ambrose gets the title shot finally. I thought maybe in a couple of weeks he was going to try to sneak up into the world title.
Yeah,
but
no, it's cool because now it separates. I think the big question was what are they going to do with that title shot with the tag teams? Are they going to have 3 of them fight? What's going to happen? But I think it's awesome. We're hoping for a clean sweep.
It's either clean sweep or nothing. There's no way that one's gonna win, the other's gonna lose. They're either gonna hold no gold coming that Monday, or they're gonna have all the gold. No medium.
Anything, Damien? Falling asleep right
I
there?
can't wait.
I'm pumped. This is a
I
good
mean,
card. This is
even
shaping
if
up to be a
the
good
tag
card.
team
The
division,
Shield is officially the real deal.
Agreed.
this is the only thing that they have left. I mean, they fought the top people in the business for months now on 3-on-3 battles, and it's about time that they actually do the little evolution thing that when Evolution was huge, that everyone carried gold.
Agreed.
Yeah, the fact
I wish.
that they beat.
Yeah. No, keep on.
The
Sorry.
fact that they beat like Ryback, Cena, and the Super Friends.
Yeah.
I think that really put them over, and I think they really need to get some championship gold on them.
Definitely. Then we get another. We've kind of known this for a few weeks. It's gone unannounced, but then Sheamus, Mark Henry come out and display the strap match thing that we've been talking
We've
about.
been
We haven't
calling
had
that
one
for a while.
We haven't. I know we've been calling for a while, but they haven't really announced it yet. But then, so we haven't seen one of those in a while. They showed
The
highlights
Guerrero.
on Raw, Eddie Guerrero and JBL. It's a great match.
Probably won't be as good as that one.
No, not even close. And then the next match was one of the more boring characters on Raw and one of the more exciting ones as Randy Orton took on Antonio Cesaro.
Who got jobbed entrance again?
Very job entrance. The match started with a bunch of back and forth action until Orton hit a nice belly-to-belly suplex, followed by his traditional power slam. Cesaro rolls onto the apron where Orton attempts the DDT between the ropes. Cesaro counters into a roll-up for a 2 count, and then RKO out of nowhere for the 1-2-3.
Now, I mean, Brandon, you could take it away in a second because I know you're a big Cesaro guy. You're the one who actually introduced me to him and his awesome, what is it, the something European uppercut.
The very European
The
uppercut.
very
Very
European
European
uppercut. There it is. I've been this is my 3rd round table and nobody's answered that question. That's why that Brandon needs to come on for that. Now you can leave, but as soon as you, as long as you gave me that. All I know is, Brandon, you're a big Cesaro guy, and we were both huge Randy Orton guys, so this is kind of your match to talk about.
I love Orton. I still don't think he's boring. I still think
Brandon.
I still I think he's
Misused.
his meticulous his meticulous attitude and the way he picks people apart. I just love his wrestling style. I love everything
Meticulous.
about it.
Yeah,
That's
he
word
has
of the
one of the
day.
best.
Word
He
of
has
the
one of the best
day.
move sets.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
his moves are awesome, but his face Orton just sucks.
Damien?
I think he has to be a heel.
Does he do anything else other than the RKO and the power slam?
I'm not a big fan of Orton, but I think
DDT between the ropes.
there's a few guys.
Yeah, true.
There's a few guys we praise on the Royal Roundtable. Shield, obviously.
That's number 1.
Ziggler, obviously. But
Fandango.
Cesaro's a guy.
Sandow.
He's my favorite wrestler out right now.
I agree. I think he's so entertaining, so talented. And he's a lovable heel, and he's not the same kind of Dolph Ziggler kind of heel. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm better looking than you. This that. I love it. I love that he has the whole foreign thing going for him. He you could tell he has a lot of fun being a heel, and that's what I love
Agreed.
to see in a heel.
So then
Apology's great.
he is. Then they bring Miz back after apparently he was filming an ABC Family Christmas movie.
There you
Nice.
Comes back on, takes
Nice.
go. Look at
on.
Miz doing big things.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, he was in the Marine 3, so
He was in the real world, though, so let's not get that.
That's
Let's
true.
not forget that one.
true.
Then he takes on Heath Slater. Slater backs him into a corner. Miz does a sunset flip for an early 2 count, followed by a big neck breaker for another 2 count. McIntyre and Jinder Mahal distract Miz enough for Slater to get a boot in on Miz.
Yeah.
Followed by your boy. Followed by a neck breaker of his own. Later on, Miz hits Slater with a double axe handle from the top rope. And then Miz, in honor of the Nature Boy, performs his first of 2 figure four leg locks in the match. Slater got to the ropes on this one, and Miz was forced to break it. Slater went up to the top rope and was pushed off onto McIntyre by Miz. Miz rolls him back into the ring and makes him tap to the figure 4. So what do you think about Miz using the leg lock as his finisher?
It's a good tribute. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm a big fan of submission moves. I love seeing cool submission finishers. Nothing beats the sharpshooter, obviously, in
course.
my book. But figure 4 is awesome. I hate Ric Flair, so I don't want to talk about why he's using it. I hate Ric Flair. He's my least favorite wrestler.
Wow.
But that's not the discussion.
And Miz is doing big things. He's on to his second consecutive pay-per-view pre-show.
Yeah,
There you go.
He's,
He's getting there.
He's doing big
There
things.
you go. Maybe soon enough we'll get him as a caller.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, WWE
At the rate he's going.
Going back to Ric Flair, it's been 5 years since his last WrestleMania
Really?
match.
Good.
Wow.
I hate him.
Yeah, good.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
Time
Brandon was
flies.
there. Brandon was there.
You were at 24?
I was at WrestleMania 24.
That was a great
Wow.
mania. I was actually watching it today before I fell asleep. I was not that it was boring. I was just
Was
really
it Flair's
tired.
match that you fell asleep on?
No, it was actually I fell asleep. First of all, let me tell you. Sorry to interrupt
go
the
ahead,
flow,
go ahead.
but that opening Belfast brawl was much better than I remembered it. It was a cool opener. I mean,
It was.
like 24 is a great mania. Definitely moved into my top 5.
Who's
Agreed.
it, Finley against who?
JBL. And JBL's just like you see the hype up to that feud, and
That
JBL's
was the
just
whole
tossing
thing.
around Hornswoggle.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with the Hornswoggle Vince's
Mr. Kennedy.
Oh,
Vince's
yeah,
son.
right.
Kennedy was supposed to be the son. You know that?
Did Kennedy end up winning Money in Bank that night?
No, it was CM Punk.
First time?
Kennedy won it the
won
year
at 23.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to cash it in at 24, and then Edge took it.
I just want
Yeah.
to say one thing back on Miz. I'm just reading this
Jesse hates Miz.
this
And he
brief
hates
thing
Tout.
that I'm just reading real quick. Quote, The Miz is back on Raw this week after filming a terrible ABC
See, I
Family
told
Christmas
you.
movie.
Told you.
What's the name of the movie?
I kind of want to check it out.
I don't even know.
I'm watching
Tempted.
it.
It's one of those straight to DVD.
Yeah,
even though it's already on TV.
But it's a
But
Christmas movie?
There you
I think
go.
they're gonna put it on VHS so no
Christmas
one
in
watches
May.
it
Right, Brodus Clay's in a horror movie.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
what
and
is it
the-
called?
See,
My
I don't-
Career?
Sing, Jesse.
Wow.
Sing.
Wow.
The thing I don't get is like they're PG, but they show these trailers for like these
Yeah.
stupid like murder movies,
Yeah.
and then it's like what? Like how are you putting your name on that? Meanwhile, you can't show like blood on.
Exactly.
I think. Oh wait, actually,
Because
I really, just remind me to ask this question. Well, you asked this question because I know you were talking to me about asking the question.
Okay.
We won't talk about it now. We'll talk about it during the Stream Rules predictions. But just remember to ask if there will be blood in that.
Will there be blood?
Not the one with Daniel Day-Lewis. Like the question:
Will there be blood?
Will there be blood?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So then they announced that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will face Team Hell No this Sunday for the tag titles.
hit it.
Hit it. Come
Oh,
on.
wow,
You're
hit it.
slow. You're
Yes.
slacking.
Hit
You're
it.
slacking.
For the
Ready,
show,
guys?
Go.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta.
Okay, so then they put basically their main event match middle of the show, which I'm not really a fan of. The elimination tag match between the Shield, Cena, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. And then surprisingly, it's another 6-man tag match on Raw for what, the 4th, 5th straight week in a row.
It's okay as long as the
Even
Shield's
those-
in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Too much to count.
Then, so they start off back and forth between every member early on. Kane hits Ambrose with a DDT for a long 2 count. Kane hits the clothesline off the top rope, then goes to attack Rollins on the outside of the ring and gets counted out. So now it's the Shield versus Daniel Bryan and Cena. Rollins comes in and hits Cena off the top rope on his injured leg. Super Cena somehow tags in Bryan. Then Bryan suicide dives onto Roman Reigns. Then hits Rollins with a missile dropkick and gets a 2 count. And then Ambrose gets tagged in, hits his unbelievable DDT finisher for the elimination. So now it's Cena versus the Shield. And Cena gets in trouble in the Shield's corner, but he clears the ring of Reigns and Ambrose. Hits a powerbomb on Rollins, followed by a 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena hits the AA for the pin. Then Cena has Ambrose up for the AA, and he's speared by Reigns. Roman Reigns gets DQ'd, so now it's Cena and Ambrose. Ambrose comes back in and attacks Cena, but Cena counters into an STF. Reigns and Rollins come in and attack Cena, leading to a DQ and the Shield's first loss. Nota really can't even look at me right
How
now.
do you feel, Notarelli?
Anthony?
That is without question the stupidest thing I've seen in the past, I don't know how many years. The fact that you have John Cena pin Seth Rollins. I don't care if it's one member of the Shield or three. You pin the member of the Shield. That was what they were known for, never losing, especially these big guys. You beat Cena all the time, and you have him lose on a fucking Raw match. You have him get pinned, you have the Shield get DQ'd. I don't know if you count that as a loss, but I don't give a shit. They should have cleanly won that match to have them hyped up into Extreme Rules. I have never been more pissed. Jesse and I got into a big argument before, but I have never been more pissed.
Vintage us.
I've never been more pissed watching the past 5 years than this, because I finally was expecting something good. The WWE is finally making me think, all right, here it is, and they make Seth Rollins lose. I don't care if the Shield. Oh, I'm so pissed.
Well, it's also the fact that WWE dug themselves in their own hole for doing this bullshit, because they put them in so many six-man tag matches, and they were probably thinking, oh, well, let's just have one of them get pinned after all these tag matches.
It's awful. Now, what are 2 out of the third, 3 undefeated? No, it's just awful. I don't know if they're counting that as an actual loss or not. I mean, let's say if Undertaker got DQ'd at Mania.
It's a loss.
It's a loss, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't consider Undertaker
Undefeated,
exactly. No. So my book, Shield is not undefeated, and it just absolutely killed them right before their biggest night, probably winning both golds.
They should have either not made an elimination,
I agree.
or how sick would it have been if the Shield,
exactly.
if all of them eliminated Team Hell No
I agree.
and
'Cause
John
think
Cena.
about it. If the Shield can get a clean win over Ryback, Sheamus, and John Cena at Elimination Chamber, why can't they beat Hell No and John Cena? Like it's.
You know why they made elimination? Because they want all of the Mark fans who don't know what tornado elimination means to watch it on Raw to see that, oh, someone gets pinned. The match isn't over. They're eliminated.
It's so annoying.
So then after,
I wanna
calm down, calm down, relax.
All right.
all
It'll be
right.
okay.
So then
They'll be
Ryback
champions. They'll be champions by the 19th.
That's true.
Hopefully, we don't. You never know.
And okay, and if they're not, then we come in that Tuesday fucking throwing shit and flipping out.
Imagine they all lose.
I'll be pissed. I'll be so mad.
Imagine Kofi Kingston beats Dean Ambrose cleanly.
It wouldn't be surprising. WWE.
It wouldn't. That's the worst part. I wouldn't put it past WWE.
If you think this is bad, then we'll be back on Tuesday if that really does happen.
Seriously.
So then Ryback comes in after the match, attacks Cena's injured leg with a steel chair. So another Ryback 2-minute scene, just like his match earlier on against Zack Ryder.
I can't believe this guy's in the title picture.
I know. Then later,
Nathan Jones is in the title. picture, so.
Hardcore Holly was in the title.
it was. I was watching that the
I
other
like
day.
him. I like hardcore.
Didn't
Holly.
Lesnar break his
He was
neck?
Respected.
Lesnar broke his
Lesnar,
neck.
No shocker there.
Lesnar broke his neck, and then that was.
And then he got eliminated before the match even started at Survivor Series.
And then he
Remember
had that awesome match with RVD on ECW where he had that whole
Oh,
gash
the
in
back
his-
gash.
Hardcore Holly. Who would have
that was
thought
dirty.
he was going to be on the show today?
I know. So Biggie
true.
Langston takes on Jack Swagger thanks to the quote voting on the WWE app, which got plugged a billion times during the
Yeah,
show.
you'll hear
Jesse's
about-
gonna have more on
You'll
that.
hear about
later
that
in the show.
later, guys.
Spoiler alert.
Biggie bullied Swagger early on in the match until Swagger hit the Swagger bomb for what looked like to be the end, but it doesn't even register a 2 count. Swagger gets thrown to the outside and then thrown hard into the barricade and eventually got counted out as AJ looked on. So, really, another pointless match on the Raw card. I mean, the voting, Jesse's going to talk about it later, but it had no. It was already pre-planned.
You love that WWE app, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
You have it,
I
right?
download it, yeah.
I download it every time they told me to
So you can
download.
watch Dolph
Did
Ziggler.
you not know
You
it was
deleted
trending
everything.
last night too? It was actually trending on Twitter. People actually tweeted WWE app, and it's trending.
So wait, you're telling me you don't want to watch Ryback cut a promo in the middle of his Shield
No,
match?
no.
So then AJ Lee versus Natalia, skip. And then.
Oh, just
No, whoa.
he loves that.
Oh,
hat.
sorry. Caitlyn.
I really
Caitlyn
wanna
was
know what
on
happened in
ringside.
that
She
match.
did have the hat with her.
He had the hat. Your favorite angle, the Caitlyn hat.
I thought that she was gonna get a hat in the gift bag.
I thought she was too.
Did they advance the angle this
A
week?
little bit. She had another bag.
Oh, all right. What was in this bag?
It was what was it? It was like a little box. It looked like.
I'm so excited.
Yo, Damien loves the Caitlyn hat angle. Screw the Shield, yo.
So
have
Have them wear hats.
Seriously.
have them wear the
Have them
spike
wear
hat.
spiked
All right,
hats.
guys, I have to stop it. It's 8:48:45. So now it's time for the Yankee game update. It's 1-0 Seattle. Raul Ibanez off the bat.
What perfect timing.
All right, go.
All right, I'm good now.
That's a
You sure?
losing. I'll give a quick update.
So,
Go, yeah.
so the moment
I'm
that
very sad.
WWE is hyping all night, the confrontation between Lesnar and Triple H. So Triple H comes down to the ring, and as he enters the ring, the cage descends from the ceiling,
Jesse did not like this
enclosing him
one
on the
either.
inside. He talks about how much these two have gone through over the past year, and that he feels home inside the cage, and he dares Lesnar to come down and try to break him. Lesnar and Heyman come out, begin to talk. Triple H cuts him off and tells him to come to the ring. Heyman goes on to say that Triple H is going to hate being inside that cage with Lesnar because Lesnar was in UFC for a while, as we all know, between his stints in WWE. Lesnar attempts to leave after that, and Hunter cuts him off by saying Lesnar won't fight because at Mania, Triple H actually knocked out Lesnar. He also says that Heyman has lost faith in his client, and he wants to know if Brock will man up or be a little bitch. This draws Lesnar into the ring. The two stand face-to-face, trade punches, and then Brock backs him into a corner, spears him several times in the ribs. The game briefly fights back before Brock hit a German suplex as Heyman closes the cage door. Hunter then sends Lesnar through the cage door into Heyman, and the show closes with Hunter sitting on top of the cage looking to the stage at Heyman and Lesnar. So what do you think about that?
I just want to say real quick, Damien, as soon as he was done doing the update, Raul Ibanez hit a 200 shot.
I miss
So
you,
don't
Ibanez.
ever do that again,
Thank you,
Damien.
great Raul Ibanez.
Don't ever update
Legend.
it again.
They should retire his number.
Stop.
Shut up.
Sorry.
All right,
Sorry.
all right. So how do you feel, Notarelli, about?
Oh, look at Damien just
Wow,
taking over the
okay,
host.
take over host. Jeez. You
I
get your time, Grasshopper.
will say that. Look at him getting a little cocky for now he's hosting. I'll say that they've made it more interesting, but I still, after seeing that awful, horrendous Mania match, I don't know what they could do. I mean, I guess the steel cage is cooler because those kind of guys are brawlers as opposed to.
I just hope the cage isn't that small. Did you not see how small that cage was? And
Yeah,
how
you were ripped about
how
that.
I just my new
It
thing
did
is,
look a lot.
when
I noticed that it looked a lot bigger, like back in the day when they. Like,
it's so small.
Well, it was bigger. I like the original, like the blue one.
Like literally the halfway
You would go
the
back to
halfway
the
point.
80s,
It took
90s,
like
the
an hour to
halfway
set
point
up.
of the cage already
They had to
was
build it on site.
at the third rope at the top. That was the halfway point of the height of the cage.
Yeah.
So it's like you can just jump and get up that way.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. How sick would it be if Brock Lesnar actually won for climbing over the cage
That's
and not
usually-
going
that-
through the door?
That's
They
usually
shouldn't
how
have-
people win.
that should not be an option. I hate that.
no,
option.
you go through the door.
I know. I know. I know you
So
can.
It's
but
happened probably
Most-
99 out of the 100 cage matches.
That's
There's been 100 cage matches.
Absolutely
Look that up.
false. That's
That's so false.
That is so
I know.
false.
I know.
I hate that you can have pins in cage matches though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I liked when it was just climb over.
Yeah, but that Damien pissed me off a little bit just now.
All right. So now we move on to the yes/no segment of the show.
We're not even like grading the raw. Or anything.
Okay, we'll grade it. I thought we were gonna do that a little later. but-
Yeah, I thought we were going to
listen,
do that a little
I'm not
later.
gonna step on your toes.
I
That's
mean, we
fine.
usually do that later.
All right,
Okay.
my bad,
whatever.
my
No, we'll
bad,
do it
my
now.
bad. No, you're right. You're
No,
right.
we'll
I'm
do
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I'm
His
taking it.
past host ego.
I'm
is
Rick.
crazy.
I'm Rick Rizzettoing this
You are.
thing.
Wow.
As
Sorry,
our
Rick.
second
That's
call,
two
I'd
shows
like
in a
to
row
call
that
him
Rick's
out.
got called out. Not even
We
in the
need to get that
arena.
guy to call again.
We got to get him to call again. So what do you? All right. So we'll start with you, Roos. What do you think of the show, grade wise?
What's my name?
Notarelli. Sorry.
You know, right?
Sorry.
What do I think of the show? We're not gonna get the cool yes nos.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that
After.
Just grade the
Oh,
show
what am I? I'm
quick.
grading it right
saying
now.
get the
Wow.
grades.
show.
My
Just
mind
let
is
him roll with the
Plain.
punches.
My mind is all bogged up. What do I think of the show as a grade? C minus.
Brandon?
Just C minus. No explanation.
And nothing special about it. I would agree with like a C.
Jesse.
C plus, like my pre-calc grade.
Damien.
C plus because Natalia had a match.
That is.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Respect.
Respect.
Okay, good. So I'll C plus also.
D minus if she didn't. That's how much she affected.
And F if Caitlin wasn't on the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we get into the
What about
yes.
you? What about you?
All right, I'll give it. I said I agree with Damien. C
Oh,
plus.
sorry.
A lot of
Your ears, buddy.
a lot of controversy this past 2 minutes.
So now we go to the yes/no moment. Starting Anthony Notarelli, give us your yes of the show.
Yes! 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 Yes!
That pumped me up. My yes is the fact that the Shield are getting 2 separate matches and that they're both being booked in 2 separate feuds because they're starting to branch off into what I think they should be doing, and that's kind of singles feuds, but still being in the Shield at the end.
All right, Brandon, go ahead.
I would probably say, I don't know, that Cesaro's actually getting some attention.
Okay, Jesse.
My yes, you guys heard it 20 minutes ago. Obviously, that dance-off getting canceled.
Yeah.
And then the playing possum by Summer Rae, that dime piece. And
Can't disagree.
yeah, as long as that dance-off didn't happen that we were all bashing last week,
That was
and
cool.
that was awesome seeing Fandango just get like that against Jericho but for the send-off show.
Damien, what do you got?
My yes, Dean Ambrose getting a title shot.
Okay.
I don't care about the
Hell
tag
yeah.
team division. I'd rather them that could actually be my no.
Yep.
But I won't say that's not my no. That the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins are going after tag team titles, but my yes, Dean Ambrose.
Okay. My yes is going to be, I know you guys think he's boring. I'm kind of on Brandon's side. I think Randy Orton is still the top dog that he was a few years ago, so I like the Orton-Cesaro match as a whole.
All right.
And then Damien switching to the nose. Go
Can we
ahead.
get that sound one more time? Whoever snorted. All right, ready? And
It's a pitch.
Notarelli, go ahead. Start us off.
I'm starting off. Whoa,
I mean,
I
you said,
haven't
okay,
even-
fine. We'll go counter.
No,
You're
I-
complaining too much. Damien, go ahead.
I am getting a little
my
complaining.
no. Actually, I am going to go with it. I'm going to say my no is that Roman Reigns should be going after the World Heavyweight Championship.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
then,
God.
and that.
Stop.
Oh, my God.
Wait, why?
Damien's, I'm just saying, this is the biggest tag match WWE's had in the past,
Yeah.
what, 10 years? It's
So wait, you're
awesome.
going to give Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins a tag team
To
titles?
start him off,
Yes,
yeah.
because it brings value. The tag division
Ambrose
has
is the
been like
man in the Shield.
so. I have been
Ambrose
so
is
pleased.
is the star anyway. If you're going to
He's
give
a
it to one
star.
guy, it's him.
Stud.
Mr. I climb out of cage matches 99% of the time.
Okay.
Was that you who liked Mason Ryan? Who was the one who liked Mason Ryan?
That would be me.
All right, good.
Mason Ryan's a
All right,
stud.
my next no. Where's
Oh, you got
where's
two no's?
Yeah, I have two no's. Where's Wade Barrett on
That's
Extreme
true.
Rules?
They did mention him. They mentioned him on the show.
He's
I
the
love
IC
that guy.
He's the IC champ. Exactly. I agree. We'll agree with you there.
Where's
Okay, fine.
every title should be defended on pay-per-views.
That's
True.
called, that's called Night of Champions.
Yeah, he's got a point there.
It's called that. Yeah.
Hey,
Wait a
As long
month.
as
neither
Wait a
champ-
month for that.
Barrett still has the title, so I'm fine
I agree, I
because
agree.
I like Barrett.
All right, Jesse, your no.
Damien's pissed at me right now.
I'm pissed.
You guys downloaded that app off the App Store?
I told you I downloaded it every time they told me to download it.
No, but seriously, like the app is just. Why would are people dumb enough to think that their vote matters? It's not a democracy in the WWE. They have the match planned out. They know what it's gonna be. And who's the guy who's hired to make up the fake accurate percentage that's so even of 65-35 to win the match? Like, it's just the app is so dumb. And then now their new thing is showing a phone on the bottom right of the screen. Oh, log on the app, stop watching our shitty televised show, and go hop on your phones and go watch the shitty promo that we put up on our app.
Jesse's my MVP
Jesse,
so far
the
of the show right now.
The roulette wheel isn't rigged.
I don't know. But
Oh, wow.
the app is just WWE are just whores to social media, and they're gonna just keep on milking that. And then they want to combine the two. Let's make up another Twitter thing, and let's get our WWE app the trend on Twitter.
Yeah,
Because
I'm sure that
people
happened.
are really ranting and raving over your fucking app. All right, enough with that.
Damn, he's as pissed
He's
as I was.
ripped. I love it. Brandon, go ahead. Your no.
It's gotta be the usage of Brock Lesnar with the MMA gimmick. I think it's stale. I think it's stupid. The UFC, he's not in the UFC anymore. This is WWE professional wrestling. Go back to the skivvies and put on good matches.
Fair enough. No,
My no is that as cool as and as much as I love the Kofi Ambrose getting a title shot, I just wish there was a little more build to it because I think it could be a cool feud. But to kind of just dump it on the fans, it's as much as everyone kind of maybe knew it was coming after the look he gave, which Luke called out. So I give props to Luke for noticing that Ambrose look on the WWE U.S. title. But I just think having no build kind of cheaps Ambrose out of a cool feud.
Agree. I know. I think the Ryback Ryder match because I love Zack Ryder. I think he should be getting a lot more
Represent Long
opportunities.
Island.
Yeah, exactly. And that I hate when you know the result of a match before it happens
Yep.
without even checking the spoilers or anything.
That's been WWE
Takes
for the
takes
last few
very
years.
takes a lot of talent when Zack Ryder's involved in the match.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta be picked.
so now we're gonna get into a couple of feuds here.
She's harder than Summer Rae.
The hell's that?
What are you doing?
It's going through my face like this like nugget girl.
That just
All right,
shows how
Damon.
much
Damon,
Anthony
play
cares
pipe
about
bomb.
Zack Ryder.
Oh, you want the pipe bomb?
I want the pipe bomb.
All right, I don't think. Oh, all right. This.
You got it.
Pipe bomb.
That'd be it. That'd be the one.
I
Okay.
miss that guy.
Yeah, we all do. So our first pipe bomb. This one's gonna be Notarelli and Jesse. Did WWE fuck up by letting the Shield get pinned? Go.
Absolutely, Jess. I think it's gonna be hard for you to take it.
I know you're very angry about this.
I think
but to me, it's not that big of a deal because
what?
it's not. No, not big.
How?
Not that big of a deal comparing to this Sunday. I don't like. Yeah, I understand you're throwing a pansy fit that they got pins and everything.
It's not a pansy fit. It's the fact that this whole it's like Undertaker losing a Mania on a
Look,
fucking DQ. It's wrong.
As long as Daniel Bryant didn't pin one of the members of the Shield.
No, that would hype up the feud more than a John Cena pinning him, which doesn't matter. It just hypes up John Cena's already amazing resume that he shouldn't have.
What?
that's how you know you're really just lost in translation about
Not
this.
lost in translation. The fact that you think that it should have happened where they got pinned is marky.
Look, am I upset that the old great Shield, the best thing in the company right now, Shield actually showed a sign of defeat? Yeah, I'm upset about that. But it was an elimination match, and it's not like they lost the match in general.
But they still all right. So Undertaker, we talked about this before. If Undertaker was in a tag match at Mania and his partner lost, he's still not undefeated at Mania. So therefore, yes, the Shield isn't undefeated anymore. Which sucks because that was the best thing going in WWE right now. They were so unstoppable. So how are these guys going to be believable as unstoppable like they say themselves they are if they lose to John Cena and then get DQ'd to lose their first match? That's awful booking, and you're a pig.
Do we end it on that? Or should-
That's a good spot to end it on.
Do you have anything left?
Anything left?
It's a lot different when you're throwing in the Undertaker, who already had the streak, and he's already a bona fide Hall of Famer at the point of 19. When you have the Shield, who it's less of a risk. Yeah, it's a big risk, but it's definitely less of a risk than having Taker lose in a DQ match, first of all, which would never happen because Taker was always defined as a solo guy.
Well, WrestleMania 19, he was in a tag match.
I know that, but the Shield is a bona fide trio of a tag. Taker was...
No, they're not because Ambrose is in a singles match.
Yeah,
the point is Jesse.
As of yesterday.
All right.
Oh, let it go. Don't be. You're not host.
The point is,
Engineer.
They're gonna make them unstoppable for 6 months and make them lose the day before they get their first kind of break off pay-per-view matches.
And to me, it's all going to be forgot about when they win the titles on Sunday.
Yeah,
Which to me, it's not that big of a deal because, yeah, if they didn't have these title matches set up for them, fine, I agree with you. It's like, I'm pissed about it too, but I'm not going to get all butthurt about it because they have a chance to get gold this Sunday.
But they could have had a chance to get gold and be undefeated and be single-handedly the most unstoppable force. Now that they show signs of being stopped, it's dumb. They can't say they're unstoppable. They can't say they run through everyone because they've gotten pinned and they lost a match on DQ. It's absolutely horrible booking. And I haven't been this mad since Edge lost to Undertaker at WrestleMania 24.
Wow.
So a little ad hominem from
Seriously.
Anthony Notarelli attacking.
I didn't like the pig comment. That kind of took away. It added to it.
Took
But
it.
He's a pig. Look,
He
he's
went.
in my phone. Look,
He
he's in
went
my phone.
on. He went on kayfabe for a quick second and just made it personal. because
I always call him a pig.
because
so you can't take points off.
usually with the unkayfabe arguments that are not on the microphone, the pig word does get thrown in, but he kind of got lost in translation.
I don't
and
change
just
who
had
I
to
am
slip
behind
it
the
out.
mic. I don't
all right,
change who I am
so
behind the mic.
that had a lot of fire in it. Damien, who are you voting for the winner?
I'm gonna go with Notarelli.
Thanks.
Brandon, who you got?
Has to be Notarelli.
I think you Notarelli also.
Sorry, Jesse.
It's fine because I
Thanks.
I accept you guys going with him because to me it's
Look at him not going out like a man. Let me have my acceptance speech.
No, I agree that you definitely won
We
the.
get an oink.
I-
He's trying to win over the listeners. That's what
I
he's-
agree that you definitely won. You definitely won
do a post
the argument, but to me that was a matter of opinion of how they all thought the Shield got squashed.
Okay.
So are you 2-0 now in fight bombs?
I'm 2-0.
2-0. Okay, I'm 1-0
Hey,
So we
at
still
least
have-
Silverman didn't fuck me over this time, and it was.
Where is our
That's
intern?
true. Where is our intern? Can you? This is what I have to say to Silverman.
You know what, Silverman?
There you go.
See you later, Silverman. You're done.
All right, let's move on.
All right, next pipe bomb. Damien and Brandon.
Wow.
This is gonna be a good one. I
Oh
like
God, Brandon's gonna lose. I'm calling him out.
it. All right. What's gonna steal the show Sunday at Extreme Rules? What match?
You go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you're new.
Whoa!
Wow!
He's got the animosity in his voice. I think Brock Lesnar and Triple H are going to turn around from WrestleMania. I think they're going to have a great cage match. It's going to be good for what it is. It's going to be great for what it is, and I think it's going to steal the show.
I think that the Shield with Roman Reigns
Yep.
and Seth Rollins against Team Hell No.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see the Team Hell No start to feud.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of them will cost a match, but to see Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins hold the tag team titles, I know I mentioned it before that was potentially my no because I would rather see them as single competitors. But to have them plus Dean Ambrose at holding titles at the pay-per-view, I think that's going to seal the show because I'm going to think you're going to have some big spots with both Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan in a tornado tag match, and that's why I believe. I don't think that Triple H and Brock Lesnar will live up to the hype.
Let me politely interject that
Oh.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be a glorified squash match. I think that the Shield's going to handle Team Hell No. and it's going to probably start that schism. I don't think it's going to be anything special than any other tag match we've seen anytime in the last year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever. But yeah, I don't think there's any way, because they're not going to have enough story behind it.
Well, let me tell you this: that the I'm gonna say, like, stealing the show means you're gonna have to pick a match that doesn't have. Look, my match doesn't have a cage surrounding
that's
all
fair.
opponents, so it's very easy to pick the cage match to steal in the show because you could do so much.
Yeah, but
with
you
it.
could pick like the I Quit match.
Are you in the pipe?
But I don't
many
think that's
gimmick
gonna steal the show,
Okay.
unless Jack Swagger snaps Alberto Del Rio's ankle.
You also picked like the match that was like the least interesting. I mean, not the least interesting. The one with like the least stipulations besides Cody Rhodes and Miz.
Whoa, look at
preview
Stan
show.
I
getting
must
involved in
add
this pipe bomb.
that this argument is clearly a face versus face argument.
Yeah,
right now.
Seriously,
they're
it
two
is.
good guys.
This is
They're two good
very
guys.
face of an argument.
All right. I mean,
You think you're not gonna see weapons? I think you're gonna see tables in that
Well, you can.
That's
but
not making you heel, Damien.
They're you're still not making it a heel.
You're gonna see tables because
Damien,
they'll
you tried so
switch
hard to be
something
a
up
heel.
where it's a no disqualification. It's Extreme Rules. Every match is Extreme Rules, isn't it?
Okay, but you're trying to be so much of a heel right now, Cena. It's just not working out.
All right,
for you.
Seth Rollins will steal the show.
Okay, thank you. That was a good answer. All right, so
As he should.
in
Damien's
Damien's feisty
pissed
now.
at you.
Yeah,
Damien's
because
not
I should have won first.
You got
Damien's not coming
you got
back.
your 5 minutes of
that was your
airtime.
opinion.
Damien's
I know.
not coming back.
You got your 5 minutes of airtime we gave you. We promised you last week we'd give you 5
All
minutes. So you got that now. Now shut up for the rest of the show.
All right, so I won, right?
Notarelli, your winner.
They both.
All right, if you guys didn't hear it, he said I won.
I mean, they both. The pipe bomb is supposed to be a little heated. So
It is supposed
I
to
don't
be
think
heated.
there
That
was
was
any
pretty calm.
true winner, but if there had to be, I gotta say Brandon.
Jesse?
Brandon. Just 'cause-
Well, my vote won't change anything anyway, but I thought Brandon won anyway. So
That's
Damien
fair.
falls to 0-2 in
0-2.
pipe bombs.
He's
so
too
far.
nice. We want heel.
Nice.
I think the fans were starting to get listeners, starting to get a lot of followers, a lot of shout outs. The fans want heel Damien.
I was getting ready
They
to get
want heel
intense
Damien.
into it,
Well,
but
you know, it's like
He does too much
it's
stuff
like
with the
they want
Make-A-Wish
heel Cena,
Foundation.
but it's just not going to happen.
Exactly. You want heel Cena. You show signs of maybe heel Cena, heel Damien, but in the end, he's always going to be that good guy saying he's irresponsible, making this too late for finals.
Right? I love that.
So-
That was very face.
All right, now we go to our predictions
I'm
for
pumped.
this Sunday. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped for
Our
this
first
part.
prediction segment. Damien, you got a bet you can play for us?
Like I said,
Give me a good one.
Give you a good one.
Surprise me.
Clearly, the answer was no, that he doesn't have
He does
a
not
bet.
have a bet prepared.
So way to
I sent I sent
Can you
out.
just give me something?
I said this before.
Yeah, I'll play the instrumental to the actual song from Extreme
Oh.
Rules. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Nice. Good. Wow. Impressive. Okay. So, pre-show, Miz versus Cody Rhodes. Go around the table. Who you guys got?
Do you want? Are we talking? All right. For this, I guess, are we just predicting, or are we talking
One-worders.
about it a little
We
bit?
can predict. We can talk about it.
Just one worders
We got
first,
time.
and then,
I'm saying one worders because
and then we'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do one. We'll get your prediction out there first, and then we'll all talk about it.
All right. Sorry.
So go ahead,
Miz.
Brandon,
Miz.
Damien.
Miz.
I'll go Miz too. Go ahead. Talk about
Oh, okay. Sorry.
it. I was throwing it to you. Go ahead.
Thanks, Sam.
No problem.
I think that this is gonna be a cool pre-show. I think as much as I want Cody Rhodes to win, I just can't see Miz losing this after, he beat Wade Barrett on the pre-show at WrestleMania. So I don't know how he's. Then again, Miz is kind of the guy with the roller coaster career, so you never know what can happen. But Miz is probably gonna win.
Anything else, guys?
I think Cody Rhodes shouldn't be in a pre-show. I think he should be building towards being a star because I think Cody Rhodes could absolutely be a title holder one day. But it's WWE.
You know what would have been cool to see?
What?
The fact if you had the Rhodes Scholars versus Team Hell No versus the two members of the Shield in a triple threat Extreme Rules match.
That would be great.
Maybe how sick would that be if that was a triple threat ladder match?
That would be
Triple
great.
team ladder match. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be
we haven't seen
great.
one of those in a while.
Book me, WWE.
Seriously. Then we move up. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now, interesting stat. Since January of last year, Jericho's lost 7 of 8 pay-per-view matches. Who do you guys got?
Who's starting it off?
Whatever way
Jericho.
you went. Jericho.
Fine. Done. Go.
Fandango.
I think Jericho.
I'm going to be the deciding factor. I'm going to say Jericho also.
Wow.
I think he's
Okay.
going to
The
break
series
out of
will
the
even up
Yeah, I think it will. That'll definitely open up.
because they can't keep Jericho this long to keep him feud him just to have him lose again.
Yeah.
They're just using him to put people over at this point. But
So now, Orton versus Big Show in Extreme Rules match.
My bladder wins because this is probably the match where I'm gonna go take a piss.
Oh, wow.
I guess Randy Orton will win.
Wow. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a brutal match, but I'll say Orton.
Jesse,
Orton.
Damien.
Randy Orton.
I'll go Orton as well.
The face always wins.
I'm looking at the card right now. There's not one Divas match on here.
Thank God.
Amen.
Two in a row.
They
Two in
should
a row.
really have like a tables divas match.
AJ vs. Caitlyn. Maybe a hat on the
That's
pole
like-
match. A hat on the pole.
Hat on the pole. All right, the strap match: Sheamus, Mark Henry. They obviously know how to use the strap this past Monday. Notarelli, who you got?
I'm kind of excited for this one. I got Sheamus.
Yeah, I'll go with Sheamus too. Unfortunately.
Mark Henry.
I'm gonna go with Henry also. I hope he wins. Continue to push him as I think he's one of the best heels in the business right now.
Agreed. I agree.
We're going with who we think is going to win or who we want to win.
Who we think is going to
Who
win.
we think was
Okay.
gonna win.
Just making
I'm
sure.
going-
I definitely don't want Sheamus to win.
I'm going Henry as well. I think he's a great heel right now. And then the WWE Tag Team Champions, Hell No, versus the Shield Tag Team Tornado match. First off,
Roll the clip.
Jesse's a Tag Team Tornado match expert. For all those fans that don't know what a Tag Team Tornado match is, explain it to them.
If
You were pissed when you were
if-
pissed when you don't know when you
If
didn't know.
you get pinned, guys, the match still goes on. Example. If Kane gets pinned, it turns into a 2-on-1.
Wait, I don't mean to be an ass, but that's not what a tornado match is.
Yeah, it's when
That's an
both-
elimination match.
Wow!
It's when both
Whoa!
individuals.
Oh my
Wow.
God!
I was thinking the wrong thing.
Tornadoes! Oh my God!
my God.
Tagging in a tornado.
Phone moment of the year is Jesse is red in the face right now.
You gotta cut that.
What?
No, we're not cutting
He's
that.
so
No
sure.
way.
Yes,
He's so
we
sure
got him to
about
ask about it. Oh my God, Jesse!
Let's read.
I want to. I wish we had a vine.
Pull up the exact definition of a tornado match.
I got it. All right.
Okay.
Originally known as the Texas Tornado match, in this match, all wrestlers involved are allowed to be in the ring at the same time, unless all wrestlers are vulnerable to having a fall scored against them. Whether or not it is a truly tag team match is debatable, as it involves no tagging, but it is contested between tag teams.
Jesse's A mark. Jesse's A mark.
All right.
I just wasn't thinking straight.
Wow.
You've been thinking that all day, though. You were like you're like dead set on.
You were
wow,
pissed
that's
all day.
it.
What?
That you knew that was the answer. You were like, if you don't know what a tornado match is, you're fucking stupid. Blah blah blah.
Damn. This is like
That's
painful to hear
That's
right now.
karma.
All right, Kofi Kingston.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, wait a
Wait,
minute.
whoa, you only got one prediction.
I don't even think you got a prediction.
I got oh shit! I moved on. Okay, my bad.
A shaky segment in the show right now.
All right.
All right, I'll go.
Go ahead.
Rollins.
I mean, it's a tag match.
And
He's gonna
Roman
get the pain.
Reigns.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Shield's gonna win.
Absolute Shield.
Shield.
Shield. All right,
Shield or we riot.
Yep.
Fair.
that's true. Kofi Kingston, Dean Ambrose, U.S. Championship. I feel like we all know where this is going since we all picked the previous winner.
Yeah, I think this could be a match that steals the show, but Dean Ambrose.
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 Ambrose, I agree with.
There's no
really
question
steal
that the Shield as a whole are going to
To
win.
redeem Jesse a little bit, he is right in that if whichever match in the Shield is on first, let's say the tag match comes out before the U.S. title match, if the Shield and vice versa, if the U.S. title match is on before the tag match, if the Shield wins that match, they're definitely going to win the other one, and if they lose that match, they're definitely going to lose the other one.
Agreed. They can't split.
Yeah.
So, Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger, I quit match for the number one contender to the World Heavyweight title.
Del Rio.
Del Rio.
Del Rio.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
He's going to win the match with the ankle lock.
I
'Cause
agree.
he's the man.
He is the man. I agree with you. So 3-2, Del Rio, but me and Damien, the two more voiced opinions, I believe, on the show.
Fair
The
enough,
voices
fair
that
Yeah,
matter.
because Alberto Del Rio's gone shot after shot. I want to see.
Yeah, so does Jack Swagger, and then he decides to drive afterward.
Well, just fast forward. I think
Zing.
that Del Rio will win, but
Wait, who is this? Oh, this guy doesn't know what a tornado is.
Ziggler will win the next pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah?
You sure? You gonna be ready for that?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Jesse's so sad.
We give Jesse. We best of luck in this future endeavors.
You know it's a T-shirt.
I
Have
want
you
it.
seen it? Who made is that a TNA shirt?
No, it's John Laurinaitis' shirt.
Oh, it's a cool. Yeah, okay.
WWE did it during their K-Fed.
Steel Cage, Triple H, Brock Lesnar. Predictions, go.
Lesnar.
Please, Lesnar.
Triple H.
Please, Lesnar.
Please, Lesnar. Please, Lesnar.
If I may, I think
ahead.
they bring Lesnar back as a glorified, highest paid in the business jobber to job to all the big names. Even Cena on his downfall beats Brock Lesnar. It's just it's sad for me to see.
Go ahead. I agree.
When you guys say please Lesnar, is that a definite?
That's like a please.
I don't know. I didn't say. I think
That's
Lesnar
like a-
will win, but I hate both of these.
That's
guys.
like an I like this rivalry. Keep it going. Please let Lesnar even the series up.
No, it's not keep it going. It's end it with Lesnar on top.
It is the
Yeah.
rubber match. It is the
All
rubber
right, screw
match.
you, Damien.
I don't know. I just think that Triple H is definitely pulling some strings in the back for him to get the W in this match.
Puppet.
How would he do that?
The puppeteer.
I don't know, because he's only the fucking lead dog in all this.
You know when you don't have to pull strings? Tornado tag matches.
Don't tell Jesse that though. He's the one it is.
All right. Cena Ryback, last man standing match, the main event. Go counterclockwise this time. Damien.
It's about time.
All right. Okay, my bad. Calm down, engineer.
John Cena, Ryback.
Don't overstep your boundaries.
John Cena's got to win. He's got to keep the belt. Ryback doesn't deserve the belt right now. I mean, he could stay with in the picture, but
I hope he
I
doesn't.
don't want Ryback to win.
Jesse.
Cena will win.
Yeah.
Has to be Cena.
Yeah, Cena's gonna win. It's gonna hurt Ryback.
Your voice got
The
really
Shield
quiet
will
there.
the Shield will be involved in this match.
What? Oh.
For who though?
Wait.
Cena?
Yeah, okay, this is what I was thinking.
I like this. I like
It
this
just made me think
interaction
of the
here.
blood. So we'll talk
Oh,
about.
okay, blood,
No,
okay.
we'll talk
I
about
wanna
the
hear what
blood
you said.
after. But this again, this is just one of my. I should be booking the WWE. This is what would be awesome. Ready?
Is
So-
this the blood thing?
No.
Okay.
So at the end of this match, or to screw Cena out of the title, or maybe whatever, Cena wins. RVD comes back,
That would be awesome.
and
What is it? How many years since One Night Stand?
RVD comes out with a joint in hand.
six, 7.
years.
Nonetheless, maybe the Shield comes out, and then maybe the Shield comes out after the match is over, beats the crap out of Cena, so he's down. Match is already over, so Cena won, and then RVD comes out and 5 splashes Cena while he's down.
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I don't like
beat,
RVD as a heel, but
Who beat Batista for his last match?
Oh, Cena at 26. Remember?
Do you know what next month is?
Payback.
Do you think?
oh wow!
Damien thinking ahead.
Holy shit!
Please no.
Wow.
Wow, that would be great. Holy shit! Wow.
Payback is also in Chicago, so I feel like Punk might no.
Maybe.
That's when they want him
Maybe.
back in
Yeah,
Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see, but
see.
nonetheless, that's a
I
big,
only can pray that he's back by then.
Yeah, Raws have been yawnful lately, if
Really?
that's even a word.
Truthfully, I'll give it a word.
There are
So-
a couple guys that they should bring up from NXT.
Yeah, Corey Graves is really good.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Cassius Ohno.
Pac.
Do you think they can contribute immediately? Is that what you're saying?
I think
Adrian
they can.
Neville.
Whoever does the corkscrew,
Yeah, Adrian Neville. Pac, whatever his name is.
that was awesome seeing that.
Pac.
All right, so
Don't add anyone to the Shield. 3 members.
I
is
agree.
fine.
I agree.
all right, so don't really tell us this blood thing.
No, I'm just curious. You guys think there'll be a lot of blood, especially in the Triple H Lesnar match?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Triple H Lesnar match.
Yeah.
Was
there's
there-
gonna be.
No doubt.
Was there blood in the Mania match between them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there?
Yeah.
I think
Every match
Lesnar was
Lesnar's
bleeding.
been, he's bled.
Actually, I don't know.
I think does he really bleed though? It's like real blood, right? Like it's not like I feel like he
Plus,
accidentally
turnbuckle
bleeds.
on
I
the
feel like he
wall.
accidentally bleeds. Is what I'm saying. Like WWE doesn't want it. I don't think.
I think I don't know. I think they do on purpose.
I just hope that there's blood. I mean,
They don't want to have to use the black and white filter on the Raw recaps.
There'll be
Go all
blood
NWO on
in
them.
the Triple H Lesnar
I
match.
hope so. I feel like this could
Triple
be a very
H,
good
as I
card.
said, going back to pulling strings, there'll be blood.
I think that this could be a very good card. One of the best non-Mania Rumble big kind of cards in a while.
Yeah,
Agree.
definitely.
So can I ask a question before we have to go? What we kind of touched on a little bit with RVD. Well, who is one superstar you guys really think needs to come back to WWE soon as possible? Anyone open to anyone?
Batista,
No.
even though it's already,
Brandon hates Batista.
even though it's already been being talked about and everything that he's finishing up a movie and he wants to come back and he's
Well, he
training.
tweeted that he's going to keep it open, whatever.
I think that would be great for him to come back.
I think that this is kind of out there, not as obviously shocking or important, but I think obviously guys like RVD, Batista would be cool. But what if you bring back guys to help the mid card a little bit? John Morrison, Shelton Benjamin, Carlito, guys like
Really
that
hope
to
they bring
strengthen the mid card.
I see Morrison coming back the most because
Yeah.
WWE is
Yeah.
like plugging his workout DVD. He came out with something or something.
Yeah,
like
I just
that.
think it'd be cool to get like a couple rather than one huge guy, get a couple mid tier guys to strengthen the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I
Agree.
don't know, the guy I would love to see come back. I think he has to finish his career in WWE. Kurt Angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Agree.
Yes.
I hope.
Has
I
to-
think he
has
will.
to be.
I think
He said he
he's
wants to do
Well, Angle
something
said he
with
has a couple more years left, and he's done.
WrestleMania 32. I think is his last
Whoa.
match.
Wow.
Why
Jumping
30 why 32
2
instead of
years
30?
in the future here.
Well, he said he wanted to be in TNA for 2 more years.
Oh, okay.
See, I think a great time for Angle to come back was him versus Swagger when Swagger was still the All-American.
Yeah, but I think if Angle comes back, it's either got to be
John Cena.
Punk or Taker. I mean, sorry, excuse me, Punk or Cena. Not Taker, Punk or
It
Cena.
has to be a big match. Yeah,
No, I think by the time Angle comes back, Taker will be gone.
Or maybe Lesnar.
that would be huge. That
You'd
would
be pumped for that.
mark out so hard.
I think one guy that should come back because I think he's another big name, Goldberg. It's been 9 years now since he's been in the
Gold-
business.
Nah,
he's already
Goldberg-
back. His name's Ryback.
Jesse, as much as he
That
doesn't know
would
his
be a good
information,
feud.
it's funny.
Goldberg. Oh, our other intern.
Damon
Turner.
Damon, grab a mic.
Damon R. Turner. Make
Express
sure
your
you.
feelings.
Don't
Make
don't
sure-
give him a mic. He's gonna say that wrestling's fake and stupid.
Wrestling's fame. Blah, 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 blah. Wrestling's fame.
Damon, come on the show. Let me
Damon
ask
does
you,
have his own podcast.
Have you
for
ever
those who
had a
don't know.
favorite wrestler?
Yes.
Speaking of the mic.
I used to like, as a kid, The Rock, and I liked Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Fair enough. Everyone, no
Fair
matter
enough.
wrestling fan or not, you liked Stone Cold
Yeah,
and The
see,
Rock.
everyone knows them.
Fair enough.
It's not because it's bad. It's because it sucks now. Trust me, Stone Cold and The Rock are amazing, and I think that's a great way to end it.
That's a good.
With the anti-wrestler
Yeah,
fan
I agree.
saying a good thing of wrestling, what other way to end it?
All right, I completely agree with you. I mean, we got a new intern now. Silverman gone. Silverman got pink slip before. Now we got Taman in the show.
By the way, next episode in the intro will be my public apology.
All right, so that'll do it for us. This edition of the Royal Roundtable. Be sure to check us out on Podomatic. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and stay tuned to the show that rocks your wrestling world every Tuesday night. For Anthony, Brandon, Jesse, and Damian, and Taman, I'm Anthony Santinello. Keep calm and believe in the Shield.
Freaking found out she surround sound